Okay, so I'm going to walk around the printer, have a look at some of the features and see what we've got. So from the front of the printer, we've got a colour LCD panel, obviously, which is currently waiting for me to get the PTFE tube installed. We have the flexible textured magnetic plate, PA plate, which looks pretty good. That's well fitting there. In case you're not familiar with the structure of this printer, the plate is fixed. The head moves in all three axes, so it's a Voron style corexy with a fixed plate. We have the print head, which is a fairly large cased unit. We can see the nozzle under there. We can see a number of belts. This filament cutter, which is used for when you're changing the filament, so you can cut it back. The PTFE tube socket. We have a chain guide for the cables, which is obviously good, and a belt arrangement, which I'm not going to endeavour to talk about the architecture. All the belts seem to be fitted well and nice and tight. Go around the side, you see much more of the same, some vents, more of the belts. At the rear we have a second USB port, the power connector, more chain guided cables up to the gantry from the base. So everything seems to be well stashed away and kept safe, which is good. We've got a filament holder here, which they provided, which will fit into the instructions. Sample filament, PTFE tubes, and various other parts which we're going to need, no doubt. That's just the unpacking guide. Not sure what these are for, but I'm sure we'll get told. We also received a safety card and a little envelope from Phrozen containing a number of bits of paper. So, hello backers, thank you for your ongoing support, etc. Which is nice. Something about a Pix-up card, which I'll shows you to download your first model for free. Got a QR code, which I won't put on the screen. We've got a chart of hectare-inch sizes for the various jobs, which generally is pretty self-explanatory when you pick up a hectare-inch anyway. A Phrozen sticker with a 3D effect on it, very nice I'm sure. Another Phrozen sticker just in case we forgot who the printer came from, and after-sales warranty and serial number, etc. Card. And also on the back of there we have the USB codes for the manual, quick guides, etc. So I'm going to obtain the manual, and then we're going to step through some the manual steps for installing the PTFE tube so I can print something. Oh fuck. Okay, I've downloaded the printer manual from the Phrozen website. The first thing we found in getting started was the instructions we already had to unpack the printer. The next step is to install the filament spool bracket, which according to the manual installs here in this corner, and we have some holes for the installation, and over here we have a filament spool bracket and a package of screws. So we'll get that installed. A couple of holes here. Hopefully I'm going into the hole, and there. That's very simple. I've done this the right way around. Yes, I have. There we go. Right, that was simple. And that's screwed in there, and that filament part of it is now ready. The next page, the manual says, install your PTFE tube. So, again, on top somewhere, place the guide tube seat on the beam at the rear of the printer. So in the middle of the rear of the printer, we can see up there a yellow sticker telling us where to do it. Yep, and that's this little package here. And the picture says, I'm assuming. Okay, now. So that's going to go in there. Hasn't really got a lot of options, has it? And place and lock the tube guide cover in place, which shows this being hooked in to one side, I think, hooked into there and dropped down there and then clicked in place. I may have put this on backwards initially, I may need to go, oh no, that looks right, doesn't it? Yeah, that looks correct. Now, boom, so that's held firmly in place. We now take the two pieces of PTFE tube, connect the short PTFE tube to the rear and the long PTFE tube to the front. We have, I believe we push this blue thing in, push them until it stops, and then let the blue thing come back out again. That's engaged. And at the front, we do the exact same thing. Push the blue tube fitting in, insert the tube, and let that come out again. There we go. That tube's engaged firmly in both sides. We have a clip there. This blue clip is there. It says remove the blue clip from the extruder and put it somewhere safe to avoid losing it. Press the extruder inlet and insert the long tube. So, press the inlet, insert the long tube. It does appear to be, and then reinsert the blue clip. So, I'm assuming those of you have other tube mounted printers are familiar with this process. My other printer is a Prozen, so it's direct drive, so has no PTFE tube to attach. But, right, we're now going to say next on screen. Install the filament into the printer. So we have a sample filament here which we're going to use. Obviously we're going to be doing an extensive series of test prints using our real filament and real models. So I'm assuming we have to just put this on here because it's the only option, isn't it? So we don't have any real filament. This doesn't make me particularly happy, but perhaps that'll be fine. So we're going to insert the filament in the tube. So I'm pushing the tube, and you can see the filament going through the tube if you're lucky. You should be able to, until it reaches the point where it stops. Right, there we go. I believe that's going to do so. Okay, second go through for some reason. It's now heating up. We can feel. Yeah, that's got hot. The finger test, very unwise, but we always do it. It's heating up extremely quickly, I have to say. This is much faster heating up than my Prozen Arc 3, which takes a minute or two to heat up. This is racked its way up to 180 already, so that's impressive. Speaks well for the heating elements they've used. And we're almost there. Okay, now insert filament wire into the tube and press gently until the filament's extruded from the nozzle. So the filament should be we should be seeing some extrusion very soon.
Yeah, you are.
We're seeing whites come out.
Red.
That's the red is, I understand, the filament they use for their factory testing. Okay, so I'm having a little trouble getting the thing to pick up the filament, which is really annoying, but okay. Ah, there we go.
Yep. Red,
Okay.
red is coming out.
Okay, I can now just get this tube in here, push that down, push that on, there we go, and slide the clip back under. Clip, there you go. Clip the clip. Right, we're in business. I'm seeing filament extrusion. It's a little slow, but it's coming. No, it's coming through. You can see it's continually moving, so it's going to get to the white before long. So I think, yep, it's coming out. There you go. It's coming out white. It's rather slow, but maybe what we expect to see. So now we can say yes. It's extruded from the nozzle. It now wants to calibrate the printer. Oh, now it's spitting from the test. Oh, great. Right, it's now calibrating the printer, which is supposed to be an entirely self-calibrating process. It's wiping the nozzle. There's a nozzle wipe at the back there, which obviously is working. Now moving down. Homing the printer. So do not touch anything according to them. So it was a rather painful process getting the filament to feed, but it's okay. Problem? It's supposed to be entirely self-leveling. That's the plan. Do we trust it? It's now heating the bed. Hopefully. Contents rather than oh, the bed is getting warm. That's good. I can feel the bed warming up a little. It's a cold morning here, so everything's going from a fairly low temperature by New Zealand standards, anyway. Well, it's going to be 14 minutes of passing down. Spare screw. It's getting quite warm now, which is good. I'm assuming the bed will be heating to about 50 degrees or so for PLA, depending on what they have as their normal temperature. For all I know, that just with the tubes is always like we don't want this. Okay, we've moved on to another stage. The bed's heated. It's now doing what it's calling resonance compensation. And we'll just remove that bit of crappy filament, melter filament there, in case it affects anything. I don't know what resonance compensation is. I probably should. Okay, it's making quite a number of electronic noises while it's clearly running motor speeds to calculate the resonance compensation. Does that sound like what I'm talking about? It's taking off. The idea is it's working out what happens with the frame stiffness so that you don't get weird ripples and things in prints. It's all very clever. No, it's this. Debbie thought that was an aeroplane. Still waiting for it to finish its resonance compensation. It says 90%, so nearly there. I'm leaving this to run because I like everybody to see what they're actually going to be dealing with. Oh. We're now moving on to auto bed leveling. Another nozzle wipe. Okay, that was very fast. Very unlike the bed leveling on my Prusa. And we're into the interface having completed the calibration. So, now it's now going to print a test model without any intervention from me. Oh crap. I don't know what point it went out of focus. So, it's now heating up the nozzle, I think, in the bed. Yep. Reheating everything. Oh, white and clean. It's just heating the nozzle back up, I think. Oh. Okay.
You can't see it on the lights.
I know. 100, yeah. It's cooling down an awful at the moment. That's strange. Oh. I think it's level checking before starting. Now it's heating the nozzle back up again. Yeah. Be careful, you're going to press the buttons. You should just hold it. You can see this from here.